Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and notifications button for all the good stuff we've got coming.
I used to come to the rep as a um, patron. I love theater. My brother was involved in theater in New York City, and we were just kind of a theatrical family. So I used to come to the rep, and then I loved the fact that the actors came upstairs to greet the people after the show. And after one show, one of the guys who was in the show, started talking to me, and he says, you've got a beautiful voice. Have you ever considered acting? And I said, me? Oh God, no. My brother's in New York. He's on Broadway. Blah blah blah. And he said, I think you should consider it. I said, I wouldn't know where to start. And he said, well, we have an actors workshop here, and it's on Saturdays. And so I started going to the workshop and loved it, of course. And it was over in the old bank building. And I think I went that year. And then I started the next session the next year, because I guess they still had the two sessions a season. And so the next season, I took the beginning class or something, and I had an instructor who was there at the rep, and she said, I think, there's nothing more really we can do for you. You ought to just get out and see what you can do. You need some experience. And I said, you're throwing me out? I panicked. And she said, yes. She said, go out and get some experience, and then, come back to the rep and, see what auditioning is like and blah, blah, blah. So I followed her instructions, and I came too early to audition for a rep show because I knew I was stiff as a board. And she might have been one of the directors then or something. And sure enough, she said, you need more experience. So I went back out to community theater, and I did quite a bit of work at Stagecrafters. I love those people. And I just kept going out there getting more, experience, I guess, and finally came back to the rep and got a show. The first show, oh, was August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone. I was so excited, and I still swore to myself that the only reason I got that show is because the director didn't know me. Because after a while, you keep coming to audition, and you say, well, I don't know, maybe somebody doesn't like me or something. You know how you come up with excuses. And so it was Joe Turner, and that was directed by Woody King. And I had done um, someone else, he had a couple of his friends, I guess, in the house. And I had worked with one of his buddies who was a playwright and had done some work for him at the Wright African American Museum. And I don't know, hopefully he spoke up for me or something, but I got the hussy in Joe Turner's Come and Gone. That used to be the costume designer, but she would make clothes. She made my dress. It was a beautiful satin pink floor length.
Oh, I
Um,
remember.
Yes, ensemble.
BJ
Who said that?
BJ
Who
Essen.
said that? Oh yeah, this ensemble, and I just felt like a queen. That it was made for me. It fitted me. So yeah, I would, and that of course would be one of my favorites because that was the first, and it was a New York director. Um, Dee discovered something, and she came running up to me and she said, "You're going to be marvelous in your work." And I said, "Well, thank you." And she said, "You know why? The camera, the lights just love you." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I've had many great experiences at the Rep, especially early on, because the shows were just so phenomenal, I thought. But the other one would have been Jar the Floor, and I don't remember who wrote that, but I know I did it. It was done twice, um, and it was such a hit the first time, and then again the second, because we had to add shows. Six a week were not enough, and then people
Wow.
wanted to see it so badly that they stood on the sides by the walls.
Mhm.
And I think that pretty much happened both times. Yeah.